Okay, I'll go ahead and get started now. So the first question is, what's one quality you dislike about yourself? Um, I think for me it would definitely be the fact that like I don't like making other people upset. Even if it is their fault or I didn't really do anything wrong. I'm definitely a big people pleaser. I do whatever it takes to make sure everyone is happy, even if that means, letting down my boundaries sometimes. I'm getting better at it these days. I've definitely gotten better at speaking up, but still in general, I'm definitely a people pleaser and I, put other people's comfort above my own most of the time. So I wish I was a little more, you know, not stubborn, but more. I just had a stronger will, maybe, when it came to stuff like that. Would you ever beat someone up? What would it take? I would like to think that I could beat someone up, but I feel like that's just kind of me projecting what I want to be versus how I actually am. So I think I definitely think I could. I think what it would take would be a very personal attack to me, just because I do have a pretty high tolerance for, just people in general. So it would take a lot for me to get upset. So it'd have to be, something very personal, whether someone's attacking my best friend or they say something personal about maybe my life. So like I don't think a stranger could ever get me to that point where I would beat them up, but definitely someone who would like personally insult me maybe. But even at that point, kind of related to my first question, I don't know if I ever could beat someone up, just because I don't really have that strong of a will. Also, I'm kind of a coward in case I lose the fight. What animal best represents your personality? It's actually kind of funny because last week at work, during one of our work meetings, we were talking about spirit animals. And the only animal I could really think of was a cat, maybe, but that also might just because I just love cats. Um, I kind of like how a cat is very independent. I like to think of myself as pretty independent too. Like I don't really follow people around. Although I am a people pleaser, I don't follow people if that makes sense. Like if I really don't want to do something, I'm not gonna do it. That's kind of similar to a cat. A cat does seem standoffish. Like, I mean, I guess I don't seem standoffish, but I'm also not someone who shows affection that much. I'm a very affectionate person on the inside, but I don't show it a lot. I don't really like hugging people. I don't really, say I love you that often either. But like a cat, I still do have affection inside of me and I will show it when I want to. So, I mean, it's a pretty uninteresting answer, but probably a cat. What's something you miss the most from childhood? Mm, probably the innocence, the lack of worries. I find that the older I get, the more worries I have about the future. I think when I was a child, the most I would ever worry about the future is, the next grade. If I was in second grade, I'd be like, oh, I wonder what third grade's gonna be like, and so on. But at my age right now, I have to think about my future 20, 30, 40 years from now, which is kind of scary. And, I didn't have bills when I was a kid, so that was nice. I think it's definitely just the lack, not knowledge, but it's just I didn't know much about the world then. Obviously, I was a kid, I didn't have many worries. So I think it's just the carefreeness plus the innocence. I believed in people more, believed in the system more when I was a kid. I don't know if that's the case now, so probably the carefreeness, basically. What do you find the most beautiful? I think for me that would be when people show generosity, when people put others before themselves, like sacrifice somehow, some way, whether it's someone, donating to a charity or I don't know, maybe like a parent giving something up for a child. I think when humans are generous and they give more than they have to, I think that really shows a very positive light on us. And I think that's probably the most beautiful, the fact that even with how fucked up the human race is and all the fucked up things we do, that, you know, inside we can still be selfless when it comes down to it. I think that's definitely what I find most beautiful about in life.